Hello, I think it's time I do this, don't you? So last year I went through a lot, as I'm sure y'all know. During that going through a lot, I decided to have an impromptu trip to Japan. This is gonna take some time, so I hope you get the popcorn, I hope you get the snacks, the water, make yourself comfortable, put me on the TV if you will. It's not that high quality, don't put me on the TV. But basically we'll just start from day one, my trip to Japan, part 3. To get to LAX, traffic is usually like 45 minutes to an hour, and unfortunately for me this one took an hour and 45 minutes. I checked my bag in with 1 minute to spare and rushed through TSA and security to get to my flight on time, which I did. So I had an aisle seat, which is no big deal, at least it's not the middle. A woman asked me to switch seats with her, and cause she wanted to sit by her husband, but her seat was the window, and I was like, yeah, I'll switch. That's fine by me, I'll switch. So I switched. I slept on and off, I watched movies, it was great. And then before I knew it, I was there, in Japan. So I get through border control and customs super fast, and I had to go get my JR rail ticket for my train travels. I did it, I succeeded, and I got my ticket. And I was on my way to meet my friends. I was a little nervous because I hadn't seen them in years, and so I just kind of rushed through Shinjuku Station, and I walk outside and I had no idea where they were. I was trying to text them, but the Wi-Fi was kind of bad, and all of a sudden I hear, oh, and I turned around and there they were. We hustle over to the hotel, I open the door, I have my hotel room, it's great, it's lavish, it's tiny, I love it. When we drop all this stuff off, we go to the best place in the whole world, which is Ichiran Ramen. So usually when I plan trips to Japan, I spend about a year planning and coming up with an itinerary to prepare myself, but this time it was so last minute, and I was like, you know what? I'll go with friends. I'm gonna hitch a ride with friends. Let's just see what happens. Let's go, let's see what happens. Speaking of friends, their names are Adam and Amy, by the way, so my OTP. So we get to Ichiran, and oh my god, it was heaven in a bowl. It was golden life with silky noodles. I love Ichiran. So after we ate ramen, we decided to take a little walk around town. So then we went to a market to get some candy because my blood sugar was dropping and I needed some sweets. I wasn't entirely sure what I was buying, but I knew that it was going to taste good. We get back to our hotel, exhausted, but ready for tomorrow. I took a bath and I tidied my room, I got my candies out, and I tried them. I tried them all. I really liked them, as you can see. I laid down and I quickly realized my pillow was not a pillow at all. It was a very thin sponge that could soak up water. I wasn't entirely sure how I was going to sleep with that, but I figured it out. I woke up at 4:30 and I was confused as to where I was, so I went back to sleep. Then I woke up at 5:30, so confused as to where I was, and then I remembered, oh, Japan! So I put Wi-Fi on my phone, and right as I do, my phone blows up from everybody in America, and they're like, oh my god, did you hear the earthquake? There was an earthquake, there was an earthquake. And I was like, what? I didn't, what? Today was gonna be a great day. So I got dressed up in my super cute outfit, because apparently we were only gonna have one day of sunshine, and I wanted to wear my cute outfit on my one day of sunshine. Our first stop would be 7-Eleven to grab breakfast, and I got onigiri, and I love onigiri. I love it so much, it's so good. Then we headed to Harajuku, but unfortunately everything was closed at 11 a.m., which was a little bit weird. Luckily one place was open. So guess where we went? Yep, it was Ichiran. Then we headed to the BT21 store, and it was actually open. And if you guys know from my last Japan videos, when I went, it wasn't open, and I thought I would never be able to experience what it was like going to BT21. And guess who is super happy and giddy and bought lots of things? Yes, it's me. It's me. Hello. It's me. I did. It's me. But after that, we decided to head to Yoyogi Park, which is my favorite park. It's one of the most tranquil, beautiful, luscious parks I've been to in Japan, which you can see because I filmed it. I'm glad I wore what I did today too, because it was hot and sticky and I would die in jeans. I don't know how people survive when they don't wear things that are like cool. There's just something about the park though where when you're walking in it, it just kind of takes away all of the stress and the turmoil that you feel, and you're just surrounded by nature completely. Everything in there is great. Except when a hornet lands on you and Amy and Adam tell you to freeze, and it's okay, but you don't want to freeze because it doesn't feel okay. Then we went to a few other gardens and saw some beautiful flowers, and it was beautiful, and there was me, a lotus. It's me. I'm a lotus. After that, we went to Tower Records to look at, you know, music and all that jazz. You know what's strange though, is we kept seeing this new band called like Prince or King or Prince and King or something like that. And people were taking pictures of like posters, and people were like so into it, and I had no idea what it was. I mean, like, good on you for enjoying something, but like I had no idea what it could be. Maybe music, Kate, maybe music. Anyway, we left Tower Records and then we went to explore, and I went into Lush because, you know, your girl has to get a bath bomb for the bathtub. Because for the longest time, my old apartment didn't have bathtub. Didn't have bathtub. But the hotel did, so you know what is up. And then we came across something magical, a hedgehog cafe. I've never seen a hedgehog in real life before, so this was phenomenal. And it was so worth it, and I named my hedgehog Pancake. Pancake was a sleepy boy, but a good boy, and I never wanted to let him go. But sadly, I had to. But then we went into BTS's makeup store, and I did this. No regrets. And then I bought lip gloss, and it's a good lip gloss, and I like it. We went back to the hotel to kind of freshen up, relax a little bit before we went out to dinner. So after I rested, we went and got katsu curry, and we found one that was semi-close to our hotel, and you will not believe. So there's one in LA that I go to, and the one in Japan was the same brand. And so I was like, oh, we'll go here. And it was so much better than the one in LA. It was so much better. The rice was good and soft. The pork cutlet was so tender, so crispy, and the curry was so rich and thick. I was in heaven, but heaven quickly ended because I ate it all. So then we left to Akihabara to play games. I was joking that I was good at the little claw machines, and little does Amy and Adam know that I am. I kept saying how I was gonna win something for Thor, and lo and behold I did. Happy birthday, Thor. We were pretty exhausted after our day, and so we headed back to the hotel, and I took a bath, decided to rest up for the next day of adventures. On day 3, it was supposed to be more of a chill day because it was supposed to thunderstorm. We planned a trip to the Pokemon store, and so we headed straight to the Pokemon store. And once we got there, I was shocked because they had every single Pokemon out, and every single one were teeny tiny little cute plushies, and oh my god, it was so freaking cute. The last time I went, they only had like a certain amount of Pokemon out, like they just had like one little handful of gym. This time it was all of them. It was all of them. So I grabbed stuff for like my family, I grabbed stuff for my friends, and then I went to check out, and I was like, how did I spend so much money? And I was like, oh yeah, I bought things for my friends. Then after that, we went around the mall, checked out some things, ate some food, and then, right after that, we left for the Pokemon Cafe. Because, you know, we didn't eat enough. And that place was magical. I wasn't entirely sure what to order, because yeah, girl hates coffee, and it's a cafe. Listen, like, I hate it almost as much as bananas, and that's saying something. And speaking of that, I didn't want to order something and accidentally get it banana flavored. So it was kind of hard to make decisions. So I ended up going with a parfait that had coffee jelly on the bottom, which I didn't need. Then a giant Eevee comes out, and I shook its little paw, and it was so cute. I love Eevee, my child. Then we went to Akihabara again and walked around stores, and my god, if I were a millionaire, I would be buying all the figurines, and I would have a problem. Like, do I need all of this? No. Does it look cool? Yes. Yes, it does. But I did get a shirt though. It's one of my favorite animes, which is that time I got reincarnated as a slime. As you can see, I have Rimuru behind me, and my husbando is Benimaru. Don't ask questions, I don't know either. It just happened. So we finished exploring the stores, and all of a sudden it was nighttime, and it didn't rain at all. We had prepared for nothing. We were also getting a little bit tired and hungry, but we didn't feel like going out. So we agreed to order a pizza to the hotel. We got to our hotel rooms and realized that we had to call Domino's to order a pizza. Not do it online, we had to call. We had to call Domino's in Japan when none of us speak Japanese. And the worst part of it all of us have cell phone anxiety. We bickered for a minute and I was ganged up on and then I had to call. Except I tried to call and it didn't work. So we had to get our asses downstairs and awkwardly asked, how do you call Domino's? Apparently Japan has the extension number 0. So we went back up and I sit down and I call. And this time it started ringing and someone picked up. Your girl ordered the pizzas. Your girl ordered the pizzas. I am queen and no one can tell me otherwise. The pizza came and it was so tiny. It was so small, but I ate the whole thing. And then came the sleep coma. So we wake up into day 4 and you think the sleep coma would have me sleeping at regular hours. Nope, I woke up at 5:30 again. And you'd think it's the jet lag. It probably is the jet lag, but good God, it was so annoying. So I just ended up relaxing in bed until it was time to go. Or so we thought. Turns out all the tickets to go see Mount Fuji were sold out and we had to take the slow way to get there. It was to get on like one train and then to get on another train and then to like travel some, I don't know. All I know is what we were originally planning was to go on one train straight there and it didn't happen, but instead we took different kinds of trains and then we got there. Even better, we rode the best train of all time to get to Mount Fuji. That's right, we rode Thomas the Tank Engine. Be jealous. So we get to Mount Fuji and unfortunately it was a little bit cloudy so we didn't get to see a whole lot, but there was a park that had lavender plants everywhere and it was blooming season, so it was extra pretty. It smelled so good, just the freshness of the air and the plants and it was so nice. Then I got ice cream and Amy got shaved ice and it was so delicious. We cheersed. It was magical. We quickly headed back, got on the trains. I didn't fall asleep either. I'm proud of myself. So we get off the train from Fuji, go back into our hotels to freshen up, get ready for dinner before we headed out again. I hadn't really eaten and I was starving because I ate all my snacks in the first day. So we meet up and head to a restaurant, but it's 8 p.m. on a Friday, so everyone is out to drink and be merry after work. First restaurant we went to was jam-packed, so we went to another. We ended up having to wait 90 minutes for this place. It was good, but it wasn't enough to make me feel full. When we left, we said goodbye to Amy's friends, and then I whispered to my friends, can we go to 7-Eleven because I'm still kind of hungry. I'm a black hole and I don't know what happened to me. So my beautiful, beautiful friends agree and we go to 7-Eleven to get more snacks. And then we go back to the hotel and I eat them all because I'm a black hole. But all I could think about was katsu curry. I am a pig and this pig was ready for sleep. On to day 5. Today was going to be a little bit of a tricky day because the forecast said it was going to rain. But rain how? Little rain, lots of rain, thunderstorm rain. You see, this was very important because my friends booked a trip to go see Studio Ghibli and I didn't because, like I said, this was very last minute and to book into this place you have to book it months and months and months in advance, which I did not do, which they did not do for me because they didn't know I was coming. I didn't know I was coming. Like I told you, this was all very last minute. So the rain. If it rained, I wasn't too sure what I would do. But in the end, it's just water. We wake up, they go to the museum, and I'm left walking around outside the little park. It was surprisingly very nice and very serene. It felt like I was in my own Studio Ghibli movie. Well, I was thinking when I was walking around, I was like, what would I be like? What would life be like? What would Thor be like? I walked around with my yellow umbrella and just enjoyed how life felt. All the benches were wet though, so I just kind of ended up sitting on the ground. I was quickly interrupted by an older Japanese man coming up to me and speaking something in Japanese that I didn't understand. And I kept looking at him like, I don't understand Japanese, I'm sorry. Watashi wa nihongo wa wakarimasen. I don't know. And I couldn't say that because my brain froze. And when he looked at me and realized that I am not Japanese, nor do I understand what he's saying, he started apologizing. Gomen nasai, gomen nasai. And I was like, no, it's okay, and oh my god. But anyways, as time went on, I was like, uh-oh, I have to pee. And so I went into the bathroom that they have, this like outside little bathroom, and there was a squatty potty, and I was like, I don't know how to use this properly. It's been an hour since they've gone in. I think maybe they're done by now. So I go to the front of the museum and all hell breaks loose. By that, I mean the light little twinkly droplets of rain that were slightly hitting my umbrella turned into just sheer terror of raindrops falling from hell. or heaven. Whatever it was water droplets of revenge, and it was mad. There was just so much water. This is the monsoon I was hearing about. All I had was an umbrella. I tried to film, but my main goal was just trying to stay as dry as I can, especially the camera. It didn't really work out all that well, as I'm sure you can imagine. My friend is finally finished and we make our way to the train station, and they felt so bad. But it wasn't that big of a deal, it's just water. In the end, everything did dry and I did have a good time. But my shoes were very squishy. So then we get to the restaurant, and you know what we were eating? Sushi! That's right, I finally have a true, authentic Japanese sushi experience that is very fun and good. So after sushi we were gonna go explore, but I whispered to Adam that my feet were hurting and it was really cold, and he agreed that we should go back to the hotel and change, get warmed up, get nicer clothes on. I say nicer, I mean dry. So we go to the hotel, everybody gets changed, and then we head back out. And your girl forgot the camera in the hotel room. Luckily not anywhere else, but like in the hotel room. And therefore I didn't film the snacks and the travels and everything else. But there's more to come in the days, and so I didn't really, it didn't affect me too much. But it was a lot of fun. And then we went back to the hotel. I keep saying home. I keep wanting to say home. We went back to the hotel and relaxed, had a bath, and went to sleep. So on day 6 I woke up and I was exhausted, but I also felt terrified because I forgot to set an alarm, and I took a melatonin the night before, and I was like, oh no, what time is it? Good morning, Starshine. I don't know what time it is. Quickly woke up, knocked on the wall next to me because that's where Adam and Amy were. They knocked back, meaning they were awake, but they also had just woken up. It wasn't too bad though. We headed to a mall, into a Toyota car section where there was cars everywhere, and there were future cars and all kinds of other stuff. My future car, it was so cute, I cannot begin. It will be Ella's sister. So today we were planning on going to a digital art museum, and I was so excited. I had seen Instagram videos and pictures, and oh, I was so excited. I love lights. I love lights and art in museums. Oh, I love all of it. I love all of it. All of this was going to be absolutely amazing. And you know what? It was. and that was one of the coolest experiences of all time. Of all time. After that, we went to the mall's food court, had some tasty food. We saw the Gundam statue, top tier. Then we went to Akihabara and played games again, top tier. And by that, I meant we watched top tier people play the games. And they were really, really good. Like, do you see this guy? Like, good God. Then Adam, Amy, and I decided to check out Japan's, like, Koreatown. And it was great. I bought some face masks. Not the placenta one. We went into idol shops and BTS stuff was everywhere. And it's great because Amy loves BTS too, and so it's like I finally had a BTS friend with me. We decided to head back to the hotel, but on our way back, the lights and the lanterns from the Digital Art Museum inspired Amy and I to play the Tangled soundtrack as we were walking back. And it was magical.
Please don't cry.
It has officially been 1 week of being in Japan, and I could not sleep at all. I woke up after only 3 hours of sleep, completely exhausted, but so excited. Do you want to know why? Because today we are going to get the Shinkansen to go to Kyoto. I don't know why I have this strong gravitational pull towards this place, but I do. We head to Kyoto and it's going to be a bright sunny day and I am ecstatic. So I brought some friends with me and I'm weird, but I like to travel with little friends. We make it to Kyoto Station and we decide to have some food, and I love Japanese food. Everything I've eaten on this trip has been so delectable. And then we went to Kyoto Tower and the view was insane. You could see everything. I could see my favorite shrine through a little telescope thing. I never really realized that Kyoto was that big, which kind of sounds dumb, but I just never made the connection. So we head down from the tower and go straight to the monkeys. Yup, monkeys. Kyoto just has wild monkeys. What we didn't know was it was a huge trek up a mountain to get to the monkeys. There's a lot of stairs and a lot of incline walking, but you know what's good news is this my shit. This is what I do at the gym all the time, all day, every day. That's what I would do at the gym. I would go on the treadmill and I would just incline. I'd go on the stairs for like 10 minutes because I can't really do all that long, and I would just go. And like this, I was ready. I was gonna vlog it.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Nicole. Let's go.
Let's
round up.
monkey.
Let's round up. And then there were monkeys. So many monkeys. Lemon. So Amy ended up buying apples from the caretaker for the monkeys, and we could feed them, and we fed a mom and a baby, and it was so cute. So technically you're not supposed to film the monkeys, like you can't do it directly at them or like get close to them. Everybody else was doing it except for Adam, Amy, and I. We were very good noodles. So after the monkeys we head to a place I've always wanted to go to, which is the Shrine of 1,000 Gates. It was beautiful. Unfortunately, there was a lot of school kids there, which is, you know, fine, but also like, move out of the way, please. I want to see this. After we experienced the beauty, we headed down a hill, and oh my god, there were so many food stations, and then I saw something. A ball of squish. A very specific kind of ball of squish. It's mochi. They were putting strawberries in the mochi. I love mochi. I love fresh mochi. It's so good. So I ended up making eye contact with another woman in like the food area, and I looked down at what food they're making and I ate the mochi as fast as I could because they're selling my other favorite Japanese snack, which I think is called dorayaki, which I don't know because I've googled it, but regardless, oh my god, it was so good, and I bought it, and I shouldn't have because I was so full, but oh. It's basically hot batter pancakes with red bean paste inside, and I know red bean paste sounds gross, but it's not. It's so good. So good. After I ate pretty much the entire area, we decided to go to my favorite shrine of all time. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly, so I'm sorry if I pronounce it wrong. I don't know if any of you guys will know. We went to the Kiyomizu-dera shrine. It's my favorite shrine, and every time I've gone to Kyoto, I've made a point to go there because it's my favorite, and this is why. point our feet were hurting pretty bad and we just wanted to sit down. And so we had two choices. We had Ichiran or curry. Can you guess which one I chose? Yeah, it was Ichiran. I'm an Ichiran slut. After we ate dinner, we decided to go back to the hotel because we were exhausted. We walked over 10 miles and too many steps up the stairs to count. My feet had blisters from the day before and were rubbed raw because of the water in the shoes, and it was a mess. It was a mess. But you know what? We did it. And you know what time it was? Bath bomb time. And then we're on to day 8, which is technically the last day. Today I wanted to go visit some last minute parks and shrines. So we get to the zoo, and unfortunately, the pandas, whereas before you could like just easily walk in and see them, now they had their whole own little giant section enclosure, and you had to wait like an hour or more in line to see them, and so I was like, you know what? Not today, it's okay. So we walked around and I saw my favorite bird. I love birds. We walk around and we find the polar bears, and they're being super active, which I've never seen before because they're polar bears. They probably shouldn't be in any other climate other than the Arctic. I don't know, there's something about zoos, like if you have that much space, you could at least make their enclosures like where they are from and make a big enclosure. The older I get, the more I'm like, I don't think I like zoos all that much. I mean, the animals are cute, but like, the living conditions, man. Like if I had $3 billion, I mean, I could put in a good zoo. Like animals that just need like rehab kind of thing, or if animals that can't go back out, you know, like there's gotta be something. Sorry, I was getting ahead of myself. And then we go to this cafe where everything inside is like super trippy and crazy looking and just different neon colors, and I don't even know. There's a drink there called like the not druggy drink or something. I had to order it, of course. And then we get our food, and it was surprisingly really good. It looked really weird, but it was really good. There's usually a show that happens there. We arrived too early, and so they weren't doing it yet, which was kind of a bummer, but we'll survive. So instead, we just walked around, saw some shops, went into some random art exhibits, and just kind of hung out and enjoyed my technical last night. It was a moment for me where I couldn't believe how happy I was, and I was so happy that I was happy. I wasn't sure that I was ever gonna have something good happen to me ever again, and it did because of how amazing my friends are. I couldn't believe how fast the trip had gone. I wish I could have stayed longer, but 1, it's expensive. 2, I gotta get back because I gotta stream. 3, 4 needs me. 4, I just moved into this apartment and I should probably spend some time in the apartment. And 5, I need to get back into YouTube. Oops. And we're on day 9, the return day. There's not much to say other than I woke up and I felt sad. This trip was everything, and it was amazing. It was everything I could have hoped for. We got Ichiran for the last time. For me. They were staying longer. I could only stay for 9 days. We went and walked around. We tried to go into the government building, but the line was too long, and so we just left and walked around some more. I said I wasn't gonna vlog on this trip, but I wanted to, I don't know, vlog. I haven't done this in a really long time. I've done B-roll, but I haven't like vlogged, so it kind of feels weird. I'm not entirely sure where the good lighting is. So we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Is this good lighting? Probably not. As you guys saw, like we just walked around, went and got food and stuff. But I just wanted to vlog while I'm here, so it's kind of like a memory, and also just I'm really happy. I'm just really happy, and this whole trip has been amazing, and friends are amazing, and I've had an amazing experience, and I don't want to go home. Like, I do, because I miss Thor, and I miss friends, and I miss my new apartment, and I miss, you know, my computer and streaming. I miss streaming so bad. But God, like, it's something about this trip that really, like, struck a chord with me, I guess, that I don't know, this is something that was supposed to happen, you know, this was something I was supposed to do, and I don't want to go. Like, look at this view. Look at this view. Look how beautiful this is. I want to stay here and the room is so cute too. Like, look, TV, bed, genius. I need to do this. I have to start heading out here in a second, but I just wanted to vlog and say thank you to everybody who has supported me this last month and a half. This is something that I never thought would happen. Like, coming to Japan technically by myself. Let's hope this happiness train continues, and we'll continue to kill it back at home. So that way I want to come back next year. And maybe I could stream. Maybe I could stream from the hotel so you guys can kind of get an idea of what it's like. But then the time zones are so weird. But anyways, I need to go. I don't want to go. Okay. I'll see you on the airplane. Bye! So we went to the train station and picked up some snacks. I got a slice of what looked like strawberry cake. They kept telling me to extend my trip, and I wanted to so bad. But I have to be responsible. And as I was saying my goodbyes, a little old woman comes up and starts demanding we tell her how to get to Kyoto on the train. Nani? It was so weird because we were having this like sad moment, and all of us were clearly sad. And this woman just barged in, how do I get to this train? And we were like, we continue with our goodbyes, and I get on the train, and I waved goodbye until I couldn't see them anymore. On the train ride to the airport, I just really kind of listened to music and reminisced about the whole trip. I get to the airport, and then I realized I made a horrible mistake. I just took into consideration of how long it takes to get through TSA and to the airplane. I didn't take into account that I went from train station to train station. From the train station I have to walk to the airport, and from there at the airport I not only have to go through TSA and security, I have to go through border controlling and customs and all that stuff, and I did not have a lot of time. It turned into panic mode. They were texting me, oh, let us know if you make it to the plane on time. I'm like, I can't even look at my phone right now. I gotta go. But luckily they were boarding for a really long time, so I had enough time to get some snacks before I got onto the plane. I didn't even get a chance to tell everyone that I was boarding, so they just had to hope that I made it onto the plane. So I boarded, and I somehow got the worst seat on the whole aircraft. It was the worst seat. It was like all the way in the far back, up against a wall, in the middle, in the smack dab middle. I tried to kill time by watching a movie. I think it was called Hook. In the movie, I couldn't finish it. They made Tiger Lily a white girl. Tiger Lily is not a pasty white girl. And then Captain Hook was like handsome McCree. Like, what? But yeah, so for the rest of the time, I listened to music because I had enough movies. And I landed, I had a friend pick me up, brought me home, I saw Thor, and I promptly went to sleep because I was exhausted. And that brings us to a conclusion of how my Japan trip went. It was the best trip I think I've ever gone on. It meant so much to me, and all I can think about, like, I don't even have a negative memory. The only negative thing would be like when I got rained on, but even still, that was still so much fun. Like, it was such a good trip. I can't wait to go back. I wanted to go back sooner, like in October for my birthday, but due to circumstances, I think it's gonna take quite some time before we return to normal. But I hope that this was enjoyable for you. I hope I hope that you guys are doing okay, and thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. It's been almost a year since I've done this. I think we're 2 months shy. Life's crazy. Life's crazy. I just want to enjoy it as much as I can with the people who mean the most to me. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. I will see you guys next time. Okay, bye!